including that right there, the Minneapolis Miracle. This is our show. I've been looking forward to this since late last night, guys.
Here we go. I love in the middle of the call, he just goes, "Oh my God!" And he's right. It was incredible. I got chills.
There was crying, there were expletives, there was like shock and awe. I don't even know if the Vikings know that they won yet.
What an unbelievable weekend of football. Kyle, you called it. You said it's the best round of the postseason.
Oh, unbelievable. Strings!
I barely slept, and I can only imagine the Vikings fans tuning in right now. A lot of you have not slept yet. Welcome to our show. We will celebrate the moment. We will celebrate football.
Yes.
We will celebrate going to the conference championship round.
Yeah, and as we get ready for some football, it is Martin Luther King Jr. Day, so I must say he made his life work to make sure we had equality and to live our life with love, and with the state of the nation being very decisive at moments. Divisive at moments. Let's make sure we get back to that love.
Really well said by Nate Burleson and at the whole breakfast table. We, the four of us, we're just four friends here wanting to talk about football and tell you how the throwdown round was won. So let's do that. Hashtag GMFE, time for the lead block.
Let's go to Minnesota. We're going to go to Minnesota in a few weeks. But first, the New Orleans Saints, and this crowd was jumping. Aikman on the call, so you can't believe how loud it is. And Aikman's seen and heard them all. Case Keenum starting his first playoff game, and he's getting it going with Latavius Murray, one of the best friends of the show, who gets in for the touchdown. 17-0 lead, and we got freeze tag. Not a mannequin challenge, as some people thought. That is freeze tag. And look at Case is still doing it. Unbelievable way to sell it. Third quarter, though. Guys, it's still 17-0. It's the second half. Drew Brees, Kamara, they're all getting shut out. The Vikings D was insane, but you can never keep Drew Brees down. That is Michael Thomas for the touchdown. They are on the board, guys. 14-yard variety, 17-7. A lot of emotion on this one from the Vikings secondary, of course. Case Keenum now running. Who's he going to, guys? He's going to Marcus Williams, interceptor. Remember that name, number 43, down the sideline, makes a big play, jumps the ball. Case gets picked off. Let's go to the fourth quarter as the Saints are alive and well and trying to scrap on offense to get into this thing. 17-7 still now, but they're knocking on the door. Who's he go to again? Can't guard Mike. Another touchdown. Now we got a game. The play's getting really quiet. And watch this. Later in the fourth, 20-14 now. The punt is blocked. The Saints block a punt. They get the ball. Ryan Quigley, the punter. I can't believe this. We're going to give this thing away. They give it to Drew Brees again. Now down 6. Who's he going to? Kamara. They were all over him. It didn't matter. Touchdown Saints. Shock and awe in the dome. They are up now. They take the lead, but Case Keenum back in the field. Down 21-20. Under 2 minutes to play.
This play will get forgotten in the history.
Look at Thielen. Adam Thielen. Lattimore's all over him. Thielen goes up and makes it. There was a flag on the defense. It didn't matter.
Amazing.
And look at Mike Zimmer. He walks over and says, "My man," right on the rump. That's the head coach. Thielen was awesome in this game. A Kai Forbat field goal to take the lead. Vikings fans, you've been through so much. And he splits it. He splits it to take the lead back, but a lot of time on the clock.
But you're home, and you're the 1 seed. You got that
great defense. This is the time. 2-point lead for Minnesota. Drew Brees, 4th and 10. This is the season. Just knock it down. Oh, Willie Snead, that was so clean. An amazing play. Mike Zimmer said, "We probably played too much man on this drive. I'd like to have this one back." Case Keenum. Okay, he's on the sideline watching. Will Lutz, are you going to make this and rip the Vikings fans' hearts out? He makes it, guys. That is supposed to be the season. It's over. It's over. It's a wrap. New Orleans is going to Philadelphia. Look at Sean Payton celebrating, but wait. Final seconds. Here we are. 10 seconds left. No timeouts for the Vikings. Just throw it up, Case, and give somebody a chance, and I'll do it like Joe Buck. Caught! Diggs! Sideline! Touchdown! Unbelievable! Vikings win it! And the place is pandemonium. The first ever fourth quarter walk-off touchdown in NFL playoff history. It's never happened. And he throws the helmet. This is an unbelievable moment, guys. We'll always remember where we were. Case can't even believe it. He threw the pass. The Vikings win under the longest of odds. They somehow pull it out. Keenum to Diggs for the win, 29-24. We're all exhausted. What an amazing moment in the NFL. And let's go to the victorious locker room to hear from Mike Zimmer. Coach, let us have it.
Wow. That's a hell of a win, fellas, okay? Way to keep fighting. 60 minutes. It doesn't matter. All that matters is at the end. We got a bunch of fighters on this team. Okay? Diggsy. Right in front of your face. Hey. Where's the game ball, man? Huh? That's over there. I'm going to give you one. Diggs.
16 teams whittled down to 2, the Vikings and the Eagles in the NFC Championship game this coming Sunday night in Philadelphia, with the spot in Super Bowl 52 back in Minnesota on the line. So much excitement. It is hard to wrap your head around. There were, 4 lead changes in the last 3 minutes of this one. At one point, I was like, the Saints got this. The Vikings got this. I could not sleep for hours after, just like, what is going on? And it was really exciting, Nate.
It really was. It was back and forth, a true heavyweight fight. That final sequence where I'm looking at the Minnesota Vikings with the ball in their hands, and they actually get a penalty on their first play because the ball wasn't snapped. And I'm thinking to myself, it's a wrap. I might as well just go in the kitchen, get ready for dinner, and get the kids ready for bed. And I couldn't leave the couch. My eyes were glued to the screen. And once they threw that corner out, and Diggs realizes, wait, I'm still up. And he catches himself on the ground and then continues to run. Just an unbelievable play, a very historic play for my former team, the team that drafted me. I couldn't be any prouder of those guys.
Why doesn't he just go out of bounds there? What did it take for him to keep running? It's crazy.
Well, here's the thing.
Were screaming, get out of bounds. Kyle Rudolph said, get out of bounds, get out of bounds. No.
Only one of us 4 backs to come back in, right?
That was it. I think they were attempting to get him out of bounds so they could have a better shot of launching it into the end zone. But he realized at that point, I'm not hit, I'm not going down. I have a chance to score a touchdown. A great play.
Brett Favre, Gary Anderson, Blair Walsh, all of those things sort of have you thinking this isn't going to work out, and then sort of exercise that.
Yeah, there's like bones on the bottom of the stage. My initial reaction is that catch wasn't just a catch. It was not just one play. It was 61 yards, but it was also 57 years in the making. KU nailed it. It was Keenum to Diggs, but it was also Teddy Bridgewater, Sam Bradford, Dalvin Cook, Gary Anderson, Blair Walsh, Brett Favre, Chris Carter, Fran Tarkenton, Jim Marshall, Carl Eller, Ahmad Rashad, and all the former Vikings players and all the former Vikings fans who've been on the other end of those plays, and time again it's happened. Mike Zimmer, after the game, he revealed that he came to Minnesota and wasn't buying anything about superstitions. He wasn't buying all the criticism. I mean, he didn't want to hear that his team was cursed. But after that loss to Seattle in the playoffs with Blair Walsh shanking maybe the closest field goal ever in playoff history, Teddy Bridgewater's freak injury, and his own 8 eye surgeries in 7 months, he was all in on good luck charms. He had Himalayan salts in his office. He had all sorts of salts in the corners.
Is that true?
Yes, to break curses. Anything he could to break a hex or a curse. And yet, here you go. Keenan to Diggs. One day, one moment, one play, and Vikings fans finally feel it from the other side.
It's incredible.
Enjoy this moment. They gave 2 tickets to Millie, that 100-year-old fan.
Yeah,
there she is. She'd never been to a Vikings playoff game. They gave her 2 playoffs. She was there. And my initial reaction in all of this is, A, is Millie doing all right? Yeah. How's Millie?
Keep going, Millie.
How's Millie? And B,
love you.
Are we getting Millie to Philadelphia? Because she is the good luck charm.
Right.
Forget Himalayan salt.
Right.
Her only game, she's 1-0. I mean, she doesn't even need to say, I saw all these other moments. So this one, to me, was about the thousands and thousands and thousands of Viking fans out there. People in just the world, non-Vikings fans, who believe that things never go their way.
You're right.
That it doesn't go our way. We always are on the other end.
Yeah.
It went your way last night. Keenum to Diggs. Hang your hats on that. And Millie, enjoy the victory.
Incredible.
I also feel like they won over the heart of America last night, and the Eagles are going to hate that.
It's true. Listen, I was at Philadelphia this past weekend. I'll get into it. I wouldn't want to play in front of that crowd against that defense, and we'll talk about that all week. But as it pertains to Minnesota, Millie really has seen it all. Don't you sometimes feel with football that you've kind of just seen everything that could happen? Like, you watch enough football games, I never thought that could happen. I did not think that play was ever going to happen. And a lot of the Vikings didn't either. Linval Joseph was talking about afterwards. He said, all I figure out of this drive is we're going to need the longest field goal in NFL history to win this game. Case Keenum said beforehand, he said, look, I got up to the ball. I knew my guy Thielen was covered on the backside. I wanted to just give somebody a chance, and I chucked it. The play call, Buffalo right, 7 heaven. If they go and they win this thing, and they win the whole thing, Buffalo right, 7 heaven will be the name of the documentary of the 2017 Vikings. I thought I'd seen it all. I ain't never seen something like this.
This is the coolest moment.
Oh, yeah, this is the rock star
They
moment.
had to come back out on the field, finish the game officially, and then this is taken out.
You know, it's a direct reflection of the season for the Minnesota Vikings. All year, they've been fighting for respect. And I guess in a metaphorical sense, because when you talk to guys within that locker room, they can care less what we think. It's all about what's happening within those doors. But that play is what they've done. They haven't given up on anything. You just said it. The quarterback situation, the running back going down, the coach with the procedures. You got young guys on defense, old guys on defense, and they still